Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Rahul. Today we are solving an interesting coding problem from LeetCode. Find missing and repeated values. This problem is commonly asked in FAANG interviews, and we will explore multiple solutions before choosing the optimal one. In this video, we will discuss the problem statement and we will analyze different approaches. Then we will write two Java codes. One is the optimal one and one using HashSet. And at the end, we will analyze the space and time complexity and will explain how this work with the code. The example working with the code. So if you are new here, subscribe my channel for more coding contents and DSA problems. So let's start. So here we have an n into n matrix where numbers range from 1 to n. Each number appears exactly once, except we have two conditions. One number A appears twice and one number B is missing. Here we need to return A, B as the output. So let's go through the example. Here you can see we have a grid 1, 3 and 2, 2. Here 2 is the repeated value and 4 is the missing number. That's why we are getting 2, 4. Here also, here 9 is repeating and we have 5 is missing one. So this is the thing we have to do in this code. Okay. So the different approaches that we can implement for this are first of all brute force. Here it uses a hash set to track numbers and identify the repeated one. Then we can the compare against 1 to n square numbers to find the missing one. But the problem here is it requires extra space. The second approach is mathematical one. We can use the sum formula like n into n plus 1 by 2. Here we have n square as the range. So n square into n square plus 1 by 2. Then we expect the square sum as 1 square plus 2 square plus etc plus n square the whole square. Like that we can get. Here we can find the difference to compute a and b. But the problem we are facing here is the risk of integer overflow. The the approach that we are going to use is using frequency array. Here, first of all, we can create an array of size n square plus 1 where it is one based index. Then we will traverse the grid and update frequency count. After we will identify the repeated and missing numbers. So here there is no need of any extra hash set and it's simple array lookup. So let's start. Here we have our class solution with method find missing and repeated values with one input 2D grid. So first of all, we can uh, take the length of the grid. Int is equal to grid dot length. So I'm taking this one only because here it mentioned the size is same. So we are taking int size is equal to n. Okay. So once this done, we can create one array for frequency int frequency new int of size plus 1. Then we need to create one variable to store the result. Means for storing repeated numbers or repeated values as well as the missing values. So int repeated is equal to -1 and missing is equal to -1. Okay. Once this done, we need to traverse the matrix and we had to update the frequency. So we will use the nested loop because we have 2D grid. Int I0 I less than n I plus plus for int j is equal to 0 j less than n j plus plus. Here we are just counting. We are going to count in the occurrences. So frequency of grid of I j. Okay. So once this done, we have to come out of the loop. Then we have to find the repeating and missing numbers. For int num is equal to 1, num less than equal to size and plus plus. The condition that we are going to give here is we have to check whether any num value in frequency array is uh, occurs twice. If frequency of num means the count occurs twice or not. Then we have to, if it is there, we have to store it to the repeated variable. uh, if it, if we found any missing one, we have to store it to the missing. Else if num 0 missing is equal to none. Okay, that's it. Now we have to return the repeated and missing numbers. Return new int repeated missing. Okay, let's run this code. It's working fine. Now here the time complexity is big of n square, means for initializing this frequency array it's big of n square, then traversing the grid big of n square, and find repeated and missing also big of n square. So the total time complexity is big of n square only. Space complexity, because of using frequency array, we are taking big of n square. Now let's do the same code with respect to hash set. Before that, I will submit this code. It's working fine, be it's 100%. So this is the alternative approach for solving this one. We need these. Okay, so set integer scene new hash set. Now we need to initialize variables repeated and missing. Once this done, we need to identify the repeated number. So we will use the for each loop for int array row in grid. Again, we need to loop for int num in row. Here we have to check if the number is already present, then we have to save it to repeat. Num repeated is equal to num. Once this done, come out of the loop. Now here we have to repeat the same thing for missing number, but uh, another for loop. Int num is equal to 1, num less than or equal to size, num plus plus. We have to check whether uh, if the number is not containing in our hash set, then we have to uh, assign it to the missing. Not seen or contains num, then missing is equal to none. Once this done, we have to come out of the loop. So just break. So once this done, we have to return the repeated and missing. Return new end of repeated missing. It's working fine, but not much efficient as frequency approach. Even though it's like good for in a readable format. We are using some inbuilt methods uh, which make it easier for writing. This also having time and space complexity of big of n square. We are using hash set here. That's only different. So I hope you understand these two codings. Here we successfully solve the problem in big of n square using an array maker approach as well as hash set. This is a memory efficient and optimized one. If you found this useful, like, share, and subscribe for more coding videos. Drop a comment if you have any doubts, and I will see you in next one. Till that, happy coding.